Okay, so today on my smoking session, I'm gonna rant about my second favorite F word, and that's family, um, and direct neglect. Uh, I know for a fact this is a sore topic of conversation because, well, my parents don't want to talk about it, but uh, I'm going to try to make this as unpersonal as possible by looking at the characters from Avatar, right? If you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie or just don't listen to me because you're not going to understand. But the second movie, Way of the Water, I believe, great example of a family we can look at and talk about parenting styles. So we have Jake and Neytiri, right? And when Jake meets Neytiri, Neytiri teaches him about Awa and the forest and the circle of life, right? And how our energy is only borrowed. And he ends up becoming Navi. I'm not going to go through how. Watch the fucking movie. So they fall in love, get married, have kids, right? 3 kids. They have the youngest, which is Took, a little girl. They have Loak, which is the middle son. And, oh, fuck, what's his name? God damn it. Oh, I can look it up. Give me a second. I apologize. But, anyways, we'll go on. So, the eldest son dies in the 3rd film, but he still plays a very, very important role in my mind as far as the explanation of how well-meaning families, perfectly well-meaning families, end up not necessarily doing the best job. And it's by no means intentional, but it does happen. And it happens often. So the 3rd son's name is Neteyam. Fuck, that was it, Neteyam. Anyways, so Neteyam learns how to fish with his dad. You see that in the beginning of the 2nd movie. They go and spear fish. And the problem with their parenting style, they're very much so present. You will see that. They are part of their lives. However, the individual children don't matter and are not seen. And the way they express their love and appreciation to the children go blank. Oh, side note, sorry. They also have Kiri, which is an adopted child, and there's a little boy running around named Spider, who is also actually pretty important to the story. And I like it because it's a blended family. And I had a blended family. It's just, oh, I love this. Okay, so, how do perfectly well-meaning parents end up messing up all the time? Well, because in our heads, we're paying attention to the what's we need to do. We need to make sure there's a roof over the head. We need to make sure there's food in the belly. We need to make sure their needs are met. And we do a great job of that, I like to think. But what goes unnoticed is them as people individually. Okay? So in Avatar, he treats them like they're his military. Like if he had a unit, this is his little unit. That yes sir, no sir, and not that I have a problem with respect, but you should be able to be formal with your parents. You should be able to express love and appreciation to your children, and you should be able to let them shoulders down a little bit and not be so militant, because it's very, very much so effective on the children. It's cold. It comes off as cold, unapproachable, robotic even. But we respect you, yes, but we fear you. And fear you don't want. I know you think you want your children to fear you, but you don't. You want them to respect you. Because fear teaches people deceit, manipulation. Needs still need to be met. It teaches people to lie and be a bad character. Okay? So, unfortunately, Jake is very harsh on his kids. He's stern, very direct. Unfortunately, Loak, the middle child, doesn't ever feel the love from Jake. Jake doesn't show it to him personally. When the boys get in a fight, this could be the third movie, I'm not sure, but the boys get into a fight with these little other, I guess, Avatarians. They're sea creatures instead of, I don't know, fucking force people. I don't know. So they get in a brawl with their kids over them picking on Curie. And of course, it's the middle brother who starts the fight. The big brother has to step in and help it, like, you know, typical. And Curie's sitting off to the side just watching them like they're all fucking stupid. Like, you guys are being fucking stupid, right? So when they go back to account for the dad tells them immediately, "You've got to apologize. You know, I told you not to blah, 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 blah." So Loki, Loak, whatever his name is, he walks away, and what does he do? He looks at Nuteum and he says, "How bad were the other guys?" And he shows Nuteum the love and appreciation for Loak, but Loak doesn't see it. Loak just feels the shame, the anger, the disappointment, right? The always messing up. The problem is, when things are good, and things should be good, hopefully often, when things are good, you don't end up talking about it. You're not like, "Hey, good fucking job just doing you." It tends to go unnoticed. And not that it's unnoticed, because you do notice it, but you don't talk about it. So what do you talk about? The negatives, the criticisms, the gripes, especially as parents. Oh, that's what we do, right? So it's kind of a situation where if you are a strict person, that's okay. If you expect certain rules and structure, that's actually needed and good. But you also have to be able to have your fun times and lay back. And you have to show the children individually that they matter. Now, what happens once you have more than one kid, and this happens often, is life gets hectic. One child may have an illness that needs more attention, or may, I don't know, just be a fucking troubled child or something, right? And another child may be like, I don't know, have another need. So one child ends up, the normal child, who doesn't need things, kind of ends up getting left unnoticed often, or ignored often, or not come to often. And I'm not saying that if you have multiple kids, you need to do like every Thursday night, one child for 1 hour, Friday, one child for 1 hour or some shit. But you do need to make sure that you are giving equal attention to each child, because what is missing in the households that have all the provisions, right, is attunement. Nobody's attuned to what one another's doing and why they're doing it. Nobody's attuned to one another's feelings, right? Normally in these kind of households, there's a pecking order. And in some people's, it might have been the mother who you don't walk, you walk around on eggshells for. She, sleep or moods or whatever. And you cater to that person. And that's extremely unhealthy, but it happens all the time. Instead of trying to figure out and work out the issue, you just kind of work around it or tune to it. And when you do that, it indirectly neglects the children's and their individual needs. And oftentimes, parents of these sorts will have things that they do for family day or whatever. Like, we're going to spend time with the kids, we're going fucking fishing or whatever. And it's a once a month thing every Sunday, or, you know, hunting with dad, or soccer game Thursdays, y'all. I don't know what it is with your family, but if it's never asked if they enjoy themselves, if they're having a good time, if it's something they like. These family outings, these things that you think are unifying, church even, you think are bringing the family together, it's coercive control. It's forcing them to be in a prison of a weird nature, where they just can't wait to get out. And it's a strange situation when you're in the middle of it as the child, because you can visually see that your parents love you. You can visually see all the things that they do for you and how they're trying. But you don't have the words to express to them that, hey, just you, like, how are you, like, conversation, like, it's always scripted. It's always, you know, how, at dinner time, how was your day, honey? And you know it's a hollow question, because they're wanting, oh, you know, it was good, math was cool, I saw Karen at lunch, we ate a fucking orange, you know, whatever the case may be. But if it's anything else, it's too much. What I mean by that is anything else is too much emotion. Like, today Carol said something to me at the locker, and I kind of thought it was, you know, offensive, but I didn't know how to tell her. They don't want that kind of stuff because they don't know how to handle it. They want the scripted version. And anytime you go off script, you have it, right? The sit and eat your food until it's gone. And I fucking did this, man. I'm so bad. And I feel so sorry, but I fucking did this too, because this is what I learned. This is what my parents did. This is, like, you only know what you know until you know better, people. You can't be mad at yourself for what you know, okay? But once you know better, do better, okay? So, Caitlin, I'm so sorry I made you fall asleep and smack your face on the sandwich. I was wrong. I'm so sorry. But the fact of the matter is, they might be full. We don't know. So, a lot of times what happened to me, and I hated it, like, we're in the car, right, we're driving, we have to do shopping all day or whatever, we go see grandma at work, which I love seeing my grandma at work. But, we eat what, and I'll be like, Mom, I'm hungry. You can't be hungry, you just ate. That's called gaslighting, people. It makes children question how their body is, if they're actually hungry or not. But instead, you could be like, are you sure you're hungry? Are you just bored? That wasn't filling. Maybe what you fed them wasn't filling. You could be more asked. The problem is, emotions are not to be feared, people. They're not. They are here to tell us what is going on. They are a warning sign. They're friends. And the more we avoid them and suppress them, the worse it gets. I love my mother terribly. I love her so fucking much, but I don't know her. I don't know her because she never let me know her. And whether it's because she didn't know herself or didn't think to or what, it doesn't matter. But it really is a hard experience when you have such an ambivalent love for somebody, because it feels so hollow, yet passionate at the same time. That went way more personal than I ever wanted, but I'm going to show it anyways because it's life. Okay, so back to the story. Spider, who is human, is treated like other. Now remember that Jake Sully was originally a human. So when the wife treats him badly, it makes Jake feel bad because Jake is still human. And it never gets rectified in that. And she has a hate that she needs to take care of. But same with Kiri. The problem is when you try to blend a family, you need to actually blend the family. You need to ask and individuate and differentiate and put it out there. It matters. This is really long form content and I did not mean to. So with that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for listening. Yeah, have a great one.